So how you guys doing? Woo! I'll just leave the bucket, I don't care. That's how I roll. Thought for you guys. Especially where there's more guys in the room. I gotta defend us for once. I gotta defend us, okay? A lot of people say that women are better multitaskers. Would you, the women in the room, agree with this?
Aye.
Women are better multitaskers, okay. I'll give you that. But they say guys don't think. Guys don't think. I disagree completely. I think we're very creative. I can speak for myself and say since the day I was born, I've been thinking outside the box. You know what I've been thinking about? Creative ways I can get back inside the box. Absolutely. I've been thinking outside the box. I'm creative, right? Really, I'm creative. So my girlfriend's gonna hate me for telling the story, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. We have a buddy visiting recently from the US, and he hasn't been to Canada very long. And my girlfriend and I wear bite guards when we sleep. It's not a decision we made together, we just both grind our teeth at night. So it's about 2 in the morning, I decide to wake her up. Now, I'm in the mood, she's in the mood. We don't bother taking the bite guards out, we really don't. So I turn on the screen for a little bit of lighting, and it's the hockey game on. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I don't hate hockey. So anyway, now we get the hockey game on, get the bite guards in. Yeah, that's right from behind. And all of a sudden, this buddy that's been staying with us, he opens the door because he hears the noise. So he opens the door, and I picture him, right? He opens the door, we both got our bite guards in, we're watching the hockey game. Now, I don't think I could repeat this if I tried, but just then, guy scores on the screen, and I go, oh, yes! He stops for a minute, looks at us, and without missing a beat, he says, you know what? You Canadians do take your hockey a little too seriously. That's right. That's how I roll. You know, I think, let's be honest, people are all really trying to be politically correct these days, right? I mean, we're trying to say, okay, you shouldn't say this, you should say that. You know what thing's getting a bad rap and nobody's really even thought about? The fruit flies. Does anybody ask them if they want to be still called fruit flies? We never gave them the option. So I've made a decision. I'm changing the name. Officially, today, and you guys can join with me if you want, as of today going forward, they're now going to be called the Halifax Pride Flies. And I don't know about you guys, but when I bring a bushel of bananas home, I get enough of those little Halifax Pride Flies to start a Halifax Pride Parade. I know, they're not disappearing either. Who here in the room drinks milk? Show of applause for milk. Isn't that great to get a show of applause for milk? You don't see that very often. Here's why I brought this up. I drink milk. I drink glass milk, love it, but I won't drink cereal milk. And people are, why won't you drink cereal milk? And the reason I won't drink cereal milk, and it took me a while to explain this to people, but you know a glass of milk is really pure, right? There's nothing floating around. Usually it's just pure. So how I compare this is the glass of milk is like the virgin of dairy product. Makes sense. But then I look at the cereal milk where stuff's floating around in the cereal milk, you know, it smells funky. And I finally got the description for it. Cereal milk is officially the Courtney Love of the dairy product. You know, a cereal is having its way with it. And if you don't know who Courtney Love is, consider yourself lucky. But you can insert Britney Spears or Lindsay Lohan, whoever you want, but that's what cereal milk is to me, and that's why I won't touch cereal milk. Show of applause, am I alone in this? Cereal milk's, you know, like when you have the cereal in it and all that stuff's floating around afterward, and then even when you're done with the cereal, it's nasty, right? Am I wrong with this? And again, it's the Lindsay Lohan, the Britney Spears of dairy product. I can't drink this stuff. So anyway, I can't touch cereal milk. I've just made a decision, no more cereal milk for me. How many people in here in this audience have ever been to a hair school? Do you know what I mean by hair school? I'm looking at the one guy here, I think with a shaved head, yeah. You've been probably to the same hair school. No, seriously, there's a hair school in the city. And the reason I bring this up is because I date a hairstylist. And a lot of my buddies are like, you're so lucky, man. You get free haircuts. Yes, that's exactly the reason I started dating my girlfriend. To save on the $10 men's haircut every 2 months. But a while back, I decided to go into this hair school because I heard it was $7, ironically enough. They could get a haircut for it, and I thought, well, why not? I'm sure these are people that are just about to get out of school. They need a break. Somebody's got to let them practice on them, right? So I had this girl cut my hair, first time I go there. Hear her snip, and I feel the sting in my ear, so I put my hand up, and she's cut my ear, right? I got blood in my ear. So anyway, she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, that's never happened before. I'm like, what do you mean it's never happened before? You're about to go into the work world, what's going on here? And she said, no, seriously, it's never happened. I've never ever got my scissors dirty before. And I'm gonna be in trouble and I'm not gonna pass my course. So I get the blood, I know, I got the blood dripping out of one side of my ear, right? So she continues cutting my hair. I said, you know what, whatever, the blood will dry. So anyway, then I said, I wanna get my sideburns done. And she's like, oh my God, I've never done sideburns before. Thinking, well, they can't be that hard. So anyway, I let her, and she takes the clipper, and all of a sudden she goes, zzz. Uh-oh. Now that's, first of all, that's famous last words. That's a bad word when they say uh-oh when they're cutting your sideburns. So anyway, I look in the mirror now, I got blood dripping out of one ear still, I got the sideburn, cut up to here. And so I asked her, I said, well, what's going on? And, don't you guys have sideburns on the mannequins? She said, no, not at all. So I thought I'd be smart, right? So I said, well, you have ears on them, don't you? And she said, well, mine really don't anymore. So, check and mate. There you go, the hair school girl snapped me. So I'm just gonna finish with this thought, guys. Have you guys in the room ever been so drunk, and this is for the guys mostly, that, and I hope it's for the guys mostly, but all you want to do is take out your penis and make your buddies touch it? Yes. Absolutely, see? You know what I'm talking about. And what happens when one finally does just to push it out of his face? You have the nerve to call him gay. You guys know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much. You guys enjoy the rest of the show, and keep supporting Halifax Comedy.